Hi Irish executives, this is Conor Cunneen here. I will be speaking at the conference in Galway in September. I'm really looking forward to it. My background that got me involved in the professional speaking business is that I originally came to the United States. I was VP of Marketing with Unilever Food Service, and I was also, prior to that, in Ireland and in the UK working in senior sales and marketing positions for Best Foods, as the company was. So that you would know that company as Hellman's Mayonnaise, North Soups and Sauces, etc. After coming over here to the States, I was VP of Marketing with Unilever, as I said, and after a number of years, I was asked to go back to Rotterdam with Unilever, but for family reasons that didn't happen. As I sometimes tell people, I told Unilever to get stuffed. They told me to get stuffed, so we had a mutual stuffing. But it was actually all very, very amicable, and they're a great company, and I understand why we had to separate. But since then, I've been doing consulting, I've been doing business advising, and primarily I do keynote speaking and presentations to associations and corporations on effectiveness. And it's effectiveness in leadership, effectiveness in customer service, effectiveness in people development through a concept called the gift of gab. And you'd know that in the Irish context, but gab in my context means goals, attitudes, behavior. And I do think whether you're in leadership, whether you're in customer service, whether you're in marketing or sales, if you take the concept of gab, goals, attitudes, behavior, it will help you to be more effective. And that basically is what I will be speaking about at the conference. And very briefly, I will be covering at the conference things like goals, and it's a strong belief of mine based on research I have done that the more successful companies and the more successful individuals do have clear and compelling goals and vision as to what success will look like. And if in your business you've got a clear goal and a clear vision as to what success will look like, you have a much better chance of being successful. In the Irish context or in the European context, maybe Michael O'Leary might be the best example of that. His basic goal and his basic vision for Ryanair is to be the low-cost airline. Not a low-cost airline, the low-cost airline. And it is that goal, that vision, that drives every single thing that amazingly successful businessman and interesting and intriguing leader, that's what drives him and Ryanair. The next element of gab that I will reference that will help you build your effectiveness in your business and in your leadership and in your environment is A, and A is for attitude. And I do think that no matter what business that you're in, the simple concept here is that you've got to have the right attitude when you've got to have the right attitude. I'm not one of those people that will tell you you've got to have a positive mental attitude all of the time. It would be nice. It would also probably be boring, and it's also not real in this world. But when you're in a situation where you've got to have the right attitude, you've got to have the right attitude. And I will discuss with you and show you some simple concepts that will help you to have the right attitude, that will help you to become a more effective leader and build your business to the kind of levels that you would really like it to build to. The final element of GAB is B, and B is for behavior. And the basic concept I work to here is that your behavior creates your brand. Your behavior determines what people say about you. And what people say about you is your brand. So what's your brand? And whether you're in sales, marketing, supply chain, whether you've got external customers or internal customers, whether you're leading or being led, your brand is critical in the business environment because people do business with people that they like. And I will give you some tips and techniques again that will help you to create the right kind of behavior, that will create the right kind of brand, that will help you to build your business and show yourself as a more effective leader and a more effective business person. That basically is what I'll be talking about at the conference, which I'm really looking forward to. There's some fabulous speakers at it. And on September the 26th, I'll be talking to you about the gift of GAB, as I refer to it, goals, attitudes, behavior, and how that will create effective leadership and help you to create effective leadership. Final thing is, why did I join the Irish Executives Organization? Because they're Irish executives. I think it's a great organization. It's a very well moderated LinkedIn group. John Keogh does a tremendous job, and the team do a tremendous job on it. And it's a really good way to stay in touch with what is happening in the Irish business environment and in the international environment related to Irish business. And I really do enjoy the feedback and the camaraderie that actually happens with the LinkedIn group. So that basically is it. I'm looking forward to seeing you at Galway at the conference on September the 26th. My personal brand promise is to energize, educate, entertain, and be easy to work with. That's the brand promise I work to. I do hope that when we meet at Galway, you will say that this guy did energize, he did educate, and he did entertain. And then we can have a pint of Guinness. Rock and roll, everyone, and see you in Galway.